Section C. Directions. In this section, you will hear 3 passages. At the end of each passage, you will hear 3 or 4 questions. Both the passage and the questions will be spoken only once. After you hear a question, you must choose the best answer from the 4 choices marked A, B, C, and D. Then mark the corresponding letter on answer sheet 1 with a single line through the center.
Passage 1. Mount Etna is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. The mountain has been in a state of near-continuous eruption for 500,000 years. Exploring the Etna geographical area reveals a history written in fire. Before the eruptions, it was covered by forests of pine trees. Located in southern Italy, Etna is the highest active volcano in Europe. However, its height often changes when volcanic material accumulates during eruptions and subsequently collapses. Few volcanoes in the world have an eruption history so thoroughly documented by historical records. Etna's eruption history dates back as far as 1500 BC. Some 200 eruptions have been recorded down through the centuries, but compared with other volcanoes, most of its eruptions have so far been fairly light in terms of death and destruction. Only about 100 deaths have been attributed to the volcano. The mountain hasn't been entirely harmless, however. In 1928, it destroyed the town of Mascali. Over the centuries, Etna's lower slopes have been shaped by human hands to take advantage of rich soils for growing grapes, apples, and nuts. Local people have also carved out over 200 caves in the soft rock and used them for everything from sacred burial places to food storage. Large mammals once wandered the volcano's slopes, but today foxes, wild cats, rabbits, and mice are more common. Some of those small mammals help to sustain such big birds as golden eagles.
Questions 16 to 18 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 16. What does the speaker say about Mount Etna? Question 17. What do we learn about the lower slopes of Mount Etna? Question 18. What does the speaker say about big birds like golden eagles at Mount Etna? Passage 2. My name is Brendan Leonard, and I'm an author, magazine writer, filmmaker, and public speaker. I'm self-employed, which means I work for myself and I do what I love. We have a popular saying in America which goes, "Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life." But I'm here to tell you that instead of focusing on doing what we love, I think we should focus on loving what we do. In my line of work, you hear a lot about talent, which is an idea we've mostly invented to give ourselves an excuse to be lazy. Here's why. If you see someone doing something really well, you would say it's because they're talented. You think they're somehow special. You discount the tremendous amount of work they've done to get to where they are. Research has shown that talent is nothing without hard work. I choose to believe in hard work, but not so much in talent. There are no special people, just people who put in enough hard work until something special happens. I can promise you one thing. Whatever you choose to do for a career, if you work hard at it, eventually, special things will happen. They may not happen as quickly as you'd like them to, and they may turn out to be completely different from the special things you imagined at the beginning, but they will happen.
Questions 19 to 21 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 19. What do we learn about the speaker? Question 20. What is the speaker's advice to his audience? Question 21. What does the speaker say about talent? Passage 3. A question we often ask others and are also frequently asked by others is, what do you normally do after school or work? Some commonplace answers are, well, I go to the gym. I just go home and watch TV. I meet my friends for dinner. Or I just go to bed because it's so late and I'm tired. Unlike any of these typical responses, I'm proud to say that I love to dance salsa after a long and tiring day of work. Salsa is a kind of dancing that evolved in the mid-1970s in New York. My dancing life began not because I wanted to do it, but because my mother was sick and tired of seeing me running around after school doing nothing. So she enrolled me into a ballet course when I was 6. I fell in love with it instantly and continued with ballet dancing for about 10 years. Then I left my native country of New Zealand to start my career as an English teacher, which eventually brought my dancing life to a halt. It wasn't until I rediscovered salsa in a lovely studio while working in Asia that I renewed my passion for dancing. Since then, I have been trying to attend dancing classes twice a week after work. It's a great way for me to relieve stress and pressure, and dance my way towards feeling energetic and happy again.
Questions 22 to 25 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 22. What does the speaker say about the dance salsa? Question 23. Why did the speaker's mother enroll her in a ballet course? Question 24. When did the speaker's dancing life come to a halt? Question 25. In what way has salsa dancing benefited the speaker?
This is the end of listening comprehension.